Hi everyone, welcome back to the Retro Room, another video. This time showing you the upgrades or improvements from last night's work between about 6:30 and 11:26 to be exact, with movements of the horror tapes across to the other side of the Retro Room, and my video game collection, or most of it, being moved to where the horror tapes were. So let's take a look. So first up, let's get my hand in there. Right, so this is all the same except for this. I've moved Jaws, the Signature Collection, and my Wheels of Terror Laserdisc there. VHS down there, DVDs there, some more video games. And this is how I've decked out what was once known as the horror wall. So the British Jaws widescreen edition, American Jaws 2, 3 and 4, Arcade the book, my Wico Command and Control trackball for Atari or Commodore VIC-20, Game Boy, and if I go back you'll be able to see all my Intellivision games and PS1 and PS2 games, and a few Commodore games and Super Nintendo PAL Edition games. So let's go up to the top. So Lock and Chase, Armour Battle, Sub Hunt, Dragonfire, love that. These iMagic cases are great. Beauty and the Beast, Zaxxon, Donkey Kong, my 3 copies of Burger Time, Triple Action, love that one. Shark, I have 3 copies, 2 of them Australian and 1 from Canada that you can see here. Mission X, never seen that before. And then we've got the blue ones, bowling, tennis, soccer, skiing, and then we've got the space ones, Star Strike, Space Hawk, Space Armada, Space Battle. I do have Space Spartans and B-17 Bomber as well, but not in very good condition. Pitfall, the original, Horse Racing, Super Cobra. I have got, this is apparently quite a rare game for Intellivision, and I have the instruction manual and I have the the cartridge, but I don't have the inserts. Excuse me. So Popeye, Cubit. Now this is Wonder Boy on the Commodore, for the Commodore 64, and Double Dragon. Commodore, my action replay cartridge for Super Nintendo. And then we've got Motocross for the Intellivision, which was the predecessor to Racing Destruction set, made by the same people. Afterburner on Commodore. Then we've got Mortal Kombat 3, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, and Rock and Roll Racing on Super Nintendo. And then it's all PS2 games and PS1 games down the bottom. So we go back a bit further to see the whole thing, and you can see that it looks really nice. I love the way it looks. The reason I've done this is because I noticed one day, I thought I want to have my Intellivisions on display again. And I just thought, what if I stick them in there? And they fit perfectly. Whereas the VHS tapes are a little bit too big, some of them, and they fall over. They fall down half the time. So I said, this is a better option. It looks nice. I'm going to move them to there, and I'm going to move my horror collection all over here. Now there's only about 450 tapes now in this retro room, which is plenty for me. So here we go. So these first 4 shelves all the way along have horror movies on there. So let's go through the whole lot. So of course starting with the road shows. Mother's Day, sorry about the glare. Cue the Winged Serpent, Alligator, Razorback, R-rated version. And then of course we've got some more roadshows, Halloween 2, which I'm not selling. Horror Hospital on Vibrant Video. Some nice roadshows here. The stuff, gotta love that one. And then down here, last of all, is Incubus, Hammersville 2, 3, 4, Demons 1 and 2, and then of course moving along to the next section, I'll put the big chunky ones up here, the big fat clamshells. Yeah, that glare's nasty. So House, Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, Dead End Drive-In, One Dark Night, a couple of showcases here, Living Deads, and my British sell-through of part 2 as well. Right, R-rated version of Nightmare on Elm Street, and then we go along again. Some Critters, and some The Gate and the Wraith coming down. My beautiful Halloween second release. Love that one. Much better print than the original meter one. Halloween 3, unrated. Halloween 4, Night of the Living Dead colour version. And then of course we've got Devilfish from America. The varying waves basically. Evil Dead, my Night Strangler Stalker series. A couple of episodes there. Monster Squad, which I just got on Blu-ray the other day. And then coming down here we've got Poltergeist, Boogeyman 1, 2, Evil, and of course the K-Tell of Alone in the Dark. And just here on this particular shelf I've got another row, but everywhere else it's only the top 4 rows. So, quite happy with that. All my Jawses are, my VHS and betas are here. Okay, now some of the Creature Features movies. That is actually known as Dogs from 1976 in America. The Pack, love that one. Wolfen. British Intervision of the Brood, which is in beautiful condition. I'm not selling that, even if it's only worth £8, according to some people I know in the UK. I don't care, I'm keeping it, whether it's worth money or not. Some RCAs here. Haven't watched Deadly Friend in a lot of years. Still got it though. Alright, some Food of the Gods, bit of CBS Fox down there. And then of course up here we've got some Thorns. And a few other palaces and things. Another Return of the Living Dead there, widescreen. Blood Diner, what a great cover. Final Terror, Death Car on the Freeway, quite rare that one I would imagine. Bad Dreams, Joysticks of course, just stick that over there. And then Pet Sematary, Child's Play 2, Guardian, Psycho 2 and Phase 4, which is an ant movie. And then the rest of it all down here is just basically action, comedy, sci-fi by a distributor. Now over here, last of all, I've made room and I've put some more road shows up there, not in horrors of course. So we've got, oh, glare again. First Blood 1, 2, I've sold part 3. Electric Dreams, Kill Squad, love that movie. Megaforce Hostage, my signed copy of Rad. And then of course, more roadshows. More and more roadshows. I had 240 at one point, out of the original 250 I think there was, of the original roadshows with the big R on it. Nowhere near that many now, but a couple of these are non-originals. But does the job. A few British tapes here, and then some more roadshows. Oh, Lemon for Quaid again. Was that up there before, or am I just losing my mind? Maybe not. Oh, there it is there. So we've got 2 copies of that. I'm going to move that down. I'll put Night Kill over there. There we go. And put Lemon for Quaid next to the other version. If I can get it in there. It's very tight sometimes in here. So that's how it is now. And the next thing's going to be is removing all this stuff down here and putting a Bester system in from IKEA with some pull-out drawers, felt lined, and all these things that are sitting on the floor here or on top of each other being in their own little spot on the Bester system. So that's where that's going to go. It fits perfectly. It's about 180mm wide. So that's what I'm going to do, get rid of these things and it'll be far better set up than what it currently is. So there we go. Now last of all, here are some more tapes that I am going to be selling. Rambo 3 is sold, I believe, but the challenge might be going as well. But there's all sorts of stuff here. Long Weekend was sold, but it's since been taken off because the guy found his original copy. So that's good. So got some Battle Truck in there. I think someone might want that. Tenebrae. A little bit of horror in here, some Godzilla, Stir Crazy, in really good condition. Happy Birthday to Me, which is not in great condition cover wise, at least the plastic bit anyway. And then we've got all sorts of stuff in here, some Tufts and some Thorns and stuff. Bit of a mixture. Nothing much horror though. Some premieres, I think they are. A Box Office International there. Someone wants Final Mission, I think. So all these are going to have to be sold, and I want them gone pretty quick. So there we go. All those are going to be put in a tub, and they are going to be sold as well. So if you want them, get on them, and they need to go. So about 400 to 450 tapes is what I'll be having in here that I'm actually going to keep in my collection, and I think that's plenty because I've got 250 laserdiscs right there. Plus I've got about, I don't know, 60, 70, 80, maybe almost 100 Blu-rays, and DVDs probably about 60, I would say, around there somewhere, maybe a bit more. So that's more than enough for me. So there, basically that's how it is at the moment, and thanks very much for watching. Looking forward to improving more of the shed as time goes by, getting rid of all that stuff there, because the Besta system from IKEA, Mel and I went down there and we had a look at everything and thought the Besta system is probably the way to go, so that everything has its spot. All the games and the Commodore 64 disc games can have their spot, all the controllers for the different consoles and joysticks and all that, and my Commodore monitor can probably go somewhere near there. And then the next thing is getting a computer desk and setting up my Amiga and my 128D over there. So with two different TVs, the Commodore monitor and then a television. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. All the best. Thanks very much. Bye.